Did you see Emma off?
Yep. I drove her and Ashley to the stadium.
Oh, Ashley was with her. It'd be nice if they can get in the top 8. Our kids are in a bit of a slump recently.
It looked like Emma was in poor condition, too. She looked gloomy the whole time that we were driving, and barely said a word.
What? Even Emma? But she's always so happy. Ashley, too, looks like she's worried about something. Something might have happened at school.
I mean, they are teenagers, I guess. Maybe it's something us adults won't understand.
They used to talk to us about anything, remember? Guess it's a part of growing up.
They were in elementary school when they started tennis, right? High schoolers keep things from their parents all the time. That must be what's happening.
I guess that's true. I remember I was like that back in high school. You worry about every little thing when you're a teen. But I kind of thought that our kids were the type to be open about things to their parents. I mean, they even asked me for relationship advice.
It doesn't matter how close you are with your mom. There are just some things that are hard to talk about precisely because they're family. She's probably talked about whatever's worrying her with her friends.
I guess. Our daughter has Ashley to talk to, right?
Right. Ashley will help her get through whatever this is. Those two have been best friends for ages, after all.
That reminds me, I haven't met Ashley's parents for a while now. I've been so busy with work recently that I haven't been able to go to any of their games. It's always you who drives them to their games as well. I wonder if they're well.
I met Ashley's mother just yesterday. Ashley's father and I sometimes meet after games. Both of them seemed alright to me.
Where did you meet Ashley's mother?
At their house. I had a bunch of tennis balls piled up in the back of the car.
Oh, so you got it to them.
Yep, we share the balls with Ashley.
But isn't it a hassle having to go over all the time? Shouldn't we just buy our own balls?
You know how much a box of tennis balls cost? I really don't mind sharing at all. I'll just drive to their house whenever they need to use them.
I see. Well, I'll leave it to you, I guess. Tell me when you need to get the balls to their house. I want to give them some apples.
Your parents sent you another bundle?
Yep. Ashley's family says that they love apples I send them. Why not invite Ashley's mom to dinner while you're at it?
Got it. I'll tell her.
I just bumped into Ashley's father. I haven't seen him in so long.
What? Where?
At the supermarket. We stood there talking for like 30 minutes.
Really?
I heard this from Ashley's father, but he said that you often disappear after sending the kids to the game. And here I thought you watched the games.
What? I don't follow.
You drive the kids to practice and stuff, right?
Yes, and?
I thought that you stayed and cheered them on. But apparently you always just disappear somewhere, just to come back to take the kids home. Where do you go?
Oh, you know, shopping and stuff. You know there's things I want to do on my days off too, right?
Even in the middle of the game? You seriously just go off shopping and not watch your kids' game? You really should cheer them on.
I thought that they would get nervous if I was there watching, you see. Emma and Ashley are in a bit of a slump recently, right? I thought they'd be able to relax more if I wasn't there watching.
But isn't it better if you cheer them on? Having your family cheer you on is great emotional support.
But apparently she can't concentrate if I'm there.
Really?
She is a teenager after all. It's probably embarrassing having her dad watch her.
I see. Ashley's mother said the same thing apparently.
Really?
Yep, that's the same reason why Ashley's mother disappears during games too. Apparently she just leaves Ashley and her husband behind and goes off somewhere. Although she comes back by the end of the game apparently.
Oh, really? She must be thinking the same thing as me.
Isn't it kind of cold though? Why not just stay and watch the game?
I mean, she probably thinks that there's no reason for both parents to be there. Maybe she wants to leave the cheering to Ashley's dad so she can go home and do some housework.
But apparently she goes home even if Ashley's dad isn't there to stay.
Yeah, but that's because she wants Ashley to be able to focus on the game, right?
I guess so. I myself can't understand it, though.
Me and Ashley's mom are the type who wants to cheer from afar. You and Ashley's dad are the type who want to cheer right up front. We just think differently, you see?
Wow, I guess even married couples can have such different views. I wonder if it's the same for everyone else.
Probably.
Apparently, Ashley's parents don't spend much time with each other recently. Ashley's dad said how he was kind of lonely. Now that I think about it, it's the same with us too, isn't it?
Really?
It feels like our schedules are always just slightly off. Ashley's dad said it was the same for him. He said something like, I guess this is what happens to couples who have known each other for years. They kind of just get bored with each other, probably.
Don't say things like that. I guess it's true we don't spend as much time together as we used to. But it's not like we don't get along anymore, right?
I guess you're right. You know what? Let's go and cheer together at the next match. Ashley's mother should come too. We should all be there and cheer to the end at least once in a while.
I hate it if it distracts the kids, though.
I understand that they're teenagers and all, but wouldn't it be nice if we went at least once in a while?
I guess so. See you later.
Emma, are you still at practice? Aren't you kind of late? Come home soon, alright?
Good evening, Mrs. Clark. This is Ashley.
Oh, hello, Ashley. What's the matter?
I'm borrowing Emma's smartphone. You see, there's something I wanted to talk about.
What is it?
To be honest, I wasn't sure whether I should talk to you about this or not. But it's been on my mind for a while now. It's been such a burden that I can't even focus on tennis anymore, end up losing my games. I decided that something had to be done about it. Which is why I'll tell you.
Is this the reason you two have been so down recently?
Yes. Emma and I have already discussed what we should do over and over. We thought it would cause huge trouble if we talked, which is why we kept quiet for so long.
Emma knows about this too? Is this why she's also so down?
Yes. But it's not something that the two of us can solve on our own.
So you needed the help of an adult, I see.
Well, actually, it's something to do with you guys.
About us?
I saw my mother and your husband enter a hotel together.
What?
The two of them were holding hands and looked like some sort of couple.
Well, there are many kinds of hotel. What kind of hotel did you see them walk into?
You know, one of those hotels where couples go off and have sex.
But that's... Are you sure you saw correctly? Maybe you saw someone else.
That's impossible. I took a picture, you see. I'll send it to you.
I see. When did you see this happen?
2 months back, but I suspected something before that. Mom would often disappear during matches.
Apparently she thinks that you won't be able to concentrate if she's there.
What? That's clearly just a lie. I've never told her anything about me not being able to concentrate. She's cheating with Emma's dad every time she disappears. Emma's dad disappears too, doesn't he?
Yes, but...
Emma's dad also sometimes comes to her house, apparently.
He gives you the tennis balls, right?
Yeah, but there's no way that's the only thing he comes to do.
What? How do you know? You aren't there to see, right?
I took a peek at Mom's phone. It looks like she's been texting Emma's dad frequently. The two were talking about when they should meet in secret.
So what you're saying is, whenever my husband disappeared during matches or went over to your house to have the balls delivered, he was actually cheating on me with your mom?
Exactly.
Was it an accident when you saw them go into a hotel? What is a high schooler doing at such a place?
I was following Mom, hoping I could get some proof. I knew when and where they would meet from their text messages.
You did all that?
You'll have to believe me if I have evidence, won't you?
I guess.
I'm going to talk about this with my dad as well. So I thought I should tell you too.
So that's why you two didn't say anything to us for so long. It must have been hard.
Yes, it was.
You thought that if you told us, our families would fall apart.
I was worried that you and my dad would take it difficultly. But I couldn't hold it any longer. Can't look at my mom and Emma's dad in the same way anymore. Just looking at their faces makes me feel disgusted.
That's an obvious reaction. Can't believe I didn't notice and had to be told about it by you children. Sorry for being so useless.
It's not you or my dad's fault. It's theirs. Please go and teach them a lesson.
Why were you in such a bad mood this morning? Did something happen? You and Emma have been like this since yesterday night. Did I do something wrong?
Why don't you be honest with yourself and think about it?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You went to Ashley's house again today, right?
Yeah, to go get the balls. What about it?
You didn't just go for the tennis balls, did you?
Just what exactly are you talking about?
Then I'll explain it to you carefully. You're cheating on me with Ashley's mother, aren't you?
What? I never guessed that's what you were gonna say.
I got proof. A picture of you and Ashley's mother going to a hotel, to be exact.
A picture?
I don't want to hear your excuses. I've already talked about it with Ashley's dad and the kids. We needed to decide what to do about you two.
What, the four of you are together now?
That's right. We gathered while you and Ashley's mom were going off somewhere.
Why'd you have to involve the kids? They didn't need to hear about this. Don't involve them.
The kids were the ones who found about you two.
What?
They're the ones who took the picture as well.
The kids saw us?
Yes, and they asked us to do something about it. Give those two what they deserve, they said.
My mother's there, right?
Ashley?
Please tell her that my dad is divorcing her, and that I don't need a disgusting mother like her.
Divorce?
It looks like Ashley's dad is more angry than he is shocked. He'll probably do it if Ashley tells him to. I'm also considering a divorce, by the way.
You want a divorce too? Hold on, let's talk about this first.
I told you I'm still thinking about what to do.
Don't do it!
My own husband cheated on me with a friend of mine. Your daughter and I are deeply hurt and angry with you. We'd beat you two up if only we could.
If you want to beat me up, then do it! Just don't divorce me!
Why shouldn't I?
Because I don't want to get divorced!
Then you should have cheated in the first place. Did you expect I would just forgive you and forget about it? If I found out?
I'll do anything! Just please don't divorce me!
Should I tell you what your own daughter is calling you? A disgusting piece of garbage. I don't even want to breathe the same air as him, let alone live with him. That's not my father, she said.
She said all that?
She's a teenager after all. Not to mention the woman her father was cheating with happened to be her friend's mother. It must have been quite a shock when she found out.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't get enough of the thrill. I knew in my head that I shouldn't be doing it, but I couldn't help myself.
What? You must be an idiot if you think saying that is going to help things. What do you mean I just couldn't get enough of the thrill? You really are a disgusting piece of garbage. Don't think that things can just go back to normal, will you? After that, Ashley's parents talked about what to do and decided that they would get a divorce. Ashley's mom was forced to pay a fine and was kicked out of the house without a word. Us, on the other hand, didn't immediately get divorced. My husband is always trying to win our trust back, but we basically just ignored him. Instead of a fine, I decided to limit the money he gets to spend. I'm the one who decides how much money he gets now. I'll use the money I can save doing this for our daughter's education. Apparently being ignored by his wife and daughter was so stressful that he started to go bald after 1 year. Emma was mad that I didn't just immediately divorce him. But I managed to convince her that we needed the money he provided. It's not that we won't get divorced. We will, just after Emma graduates high school. We're no longer a family, but me and my daughter still get along. Not only did those two destroy our families, but they also almost caused Emma and Ashley to fall apart. I'm still not able to forgive him.